Yo, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long time. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a long time. But today, we are going to actually start a series that I will be continuing for. It's gonna be at least 2 to 3 videos a week. I promise. I promise it's gonna be like 2 to 3 videos a week. We're going to do the top 20 players in the NBA. I already did it on my TikTok. I haven't released all of it, but if you've been in my lives before, you know you've seen it. So you've seen the whole thing. Right now is a full, pretty much breakdown of what to expect from every player and why they're in their spot and why they can get better and upgrade their spot. Because there's a lot of people I already know. I've talked with some people and they don't. Everybody has different opinions. So watching this, you need to have your opinion and just see if I can change your mind. I love to change people's minds. When it comes to basketball, I don't want you to see what I see because if everybody's seeing the same way, then the world would be complicated. But I want y'all to just, you know what I'm saying? Just listen, right? Just listen and really enjoy this breakdown because I feel like it's the best list that y'all gonna see. The top 20 players going into the NBA. The criteria is going off the last 2 seasons, coming into this season. A lot of it is projections, pretty much through 16, 15. A lot of it, I'll tell you when it's projection. Like when we get to a certain player, I think this player and this player is on the same tier. They're on the exact same level. But I think going into next season, they're going to be better, basically. So, I mean, starting off at number 20, we're going to hop right into it. It's Jalen Williams. We're going to waste no time. Jalen Williams. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, you will see no Joel Embiid on this list. You will see no Zion Williamson on this list. So don't expect for him. I'm not going to lie. I'm a guy that likes to push health. I forgot to mention that as well. Health goes into these rankings. So if you're just as good as a player or a little bit worse, but this guy's healthy, then I'm going to have to put this guy over you. Joel Embiid's not on this list. If he was healthy, he'd probably be somewhere in the top 5 somewhere. Probably even 3. I'm super high on Joel Embiid. But personally, I just can't put him on this list because he does not play basketball. If you don't play basketball, then I cannot pick you. I cannot put you somewhere when you barely play basketball. Zion Williamson as well. He doesn't play basketball. So therefore, I can't rank him. So, number 20, Jalen Williams. So, Jalen Williams, number 20. A lot of people are not going to agree with that. A lot of people are going to say take him off the list. A lot of people are going to say move him higher up the list. He's a hard player to rank. But with me, a wise person on YouTube once said he's a young player and there's a lot of fat in their game, right? And you're going to hear me say that a lot. There's a lot of fat with players like Anthony Edwards, with Paolo Banchero, with Kay Cunningham because they're super young. And they're going to get rid of that fat because, I mean, a fat person, they want to get rid of that fat. They're going to work hard to get it off. So Jalen Williams, he's only 22, 21 years old. So he's going to continue to get better and stack days and stack days and stack days. But a year before last, the season before they won the NBA championship, he was shooting the ball at 60% true shooting. If nobody in here knows what that means, I know everybody isn't just a basketball fan like me. It means your field goal percentage, meaning the shots you make, 3-point percentage, the shots you make from the 3-point line, and your free throw percentage is all combined in one. 60% is really good. That's like I said, he had that the year before. Now the year when he won the championship, he had 57% true shooting, which is it's not the worst, but it's not. He's regressing, right? And you're probably thinking, how does he become top 20 and he's regressing as a player? He had a hand injury, and a lot of people that play basketball, you know that if you have a shooting hand problem, right? And he had a torn ligament. I don't know if it was hand or his wrist, but it was bothering him. He got it in game 60 of the season, and it bothered him all playoffs. He didn't shoot the ball very consistent in the playoffs because of it, because he was playing through an actual torn ligament in his hand, his wrist, wherever it was. So it was super hard for him to shoot. But through all of that, he still continued to impact the basketball game with his playmaking and passing that he improved on. His rim pressure, his transition game. You everybody seen when he dropped 40 against the Pacers when he was just a downhill scorer for the first 8 buckets. Like, just go, 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 go. Right. And his pull-up shot making, he's continued to elevate that part of his game, right? I don't think he's the greatest yet. I think he'll continue to improve. He needs to become more efficient in that area again. But Jalen Williams, right? He reminds me of a young Jimmy Butler. That's just what it is with him, man. The guy that's in front of him that you'll hear in a second, I think he's going to be better than him next year. But right now, he hasn't shown me he can be better than him yet until he takes the fat out of his game, right? His usage went from 23% to 27%, and that's what it's going to have to take, right? They're going to force the ball in other people's hands that are not Shea. That's what the Pacers did, right? That's what the Wolves tried to do. They didn't do a great job of it, but they tried to do after games 1 and 2 when they were down 0-2. That's what the Nuggets did. So you're going to have to take the responsibility of a second option to have the ball in your hands. And as that continues to grow, he needs to continue to get better. So right now he's at 20. And the reason why he's at 20, he's gotten better despite his shooting struggles, right? Because he's improved as a defender. He's impacted the game more. He's improved as a playmaker and passer. He's reading the game better, is slowing down. He still gets himself into tight spots at the rim where he can continue to get better and finish more of his layups. But, I mean, he's improving. So when he adds that offensive consistency, that shot making, that rim pressure, that transition, downhill score, that big body, he's 6'6", 220. He's 6'6", 220 pounds. When he adds it all together, like I said, it reminds me of a young Jimmy Butler. And they already won a championship when he's still very raw. I hope people know that. That's how good Shea is. That's how good Shea is. But when he adds that all together, stack summers on summers on summers on summers, then he's going to get better. And we'll see him rise from 20 to 15, maybe top 10 one day. So there's Jalen Williams. So now, getting to that 19th spot. A lot of people are going to like this name, man. Kyrie Irving. And no, he's not too low. He's exactly where he needs to be. Kyrie Irving. The best ball handler of all time. 19, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is exactly where he needs to be. I think he's a tad bit better than Jalen Williams. Why? Because he's more consistent and he's more experienced, right? I think that's the edge that I got for Kyrie Irving going into next season, right? And he's coming off an ACL injury. I don't know what that's going to look like for Kyrie Irving. That's why I said I think Jalen Williams is going to pass him up. Now, I can't predict the future, and I think that Kyrie Irving still has a gap to where I can't just put Jalen Williams above him because he still give you 24 points per game. He's shooting 40% from 3 with 7 attempts. He's still shooting at 59% true shooting, like I said, field goal, 3-point shooting, and free throw percent all mixed together. And he can still get to where whatever spot he wants. And y'all going to see in these clips, to me, Kyrie Irving, as his career has gone on, he's added underrated strength. Like, people just see the handle. People just see the flashiness, the rim finishing. Like, we all know he has that. But what people need to realize is that Kyrie Irving is a super strong guard. Like, he can get wherever he wants at 6'2". By using his body, he's really strong. So I need people to realize that Kyrie Irving is actually he's super strong. One of the best mid-range shooting guards that we've ever seen. Post, like Kyrie Irving can give it to you in the post. He can give you the 3-ball. He's one of the best finishers we've ever seen. Like, he's just skilled. Everybody loves Kyrie Irving. People think I hate Kyrie Irving, but I love Kyrie Irving. So I would put Kyrie Irving a little bit above Jalen Williams because of his consistency and his experience. Kyrie Irving, he's going to give you 24 almost every night just because he can score. Jalen Williams is a better playmaker and passer and a defender, but the offensive consistency to me is not where it needs to be. It's a lot lower than Kyrie. So if I was to build a team right now, I'm going to take Kyrie Irving. And if you can see a trend here, 20 and 19 it's second option. So this little thresholds of players that you're going to see, 2019, 18, 17. I'm not going to, well, not 19, 17, but 2019. Yeah. So when you see when you see that threshold of players, know it's gonna be some second options. We're gonna get to the first options down the road, but if I was to take a second option now today in the regular season's tough, but the playoffs is really what outweighs me for Jalen Williams. Because if you look at the playoff numbers, Kyrie Irving just was a second option to almost the championship team. He didn't win the championship, but almost a championship team in the Mavericks. So he made it there, and he played really well until the NBA Finals. But he was more consistent. He averaged more points. His splits were better. So I would say Kyrie Irving at this point in their career. And I know I said second option, but that maybe would have been just 2 spots. At number 18, we got Paolo Banchero. We got Paolo Banchero. It's a lot of fat in his game. Tons of it. Like, more than Jalen Williams type tons of it. Because his potential is through the roof. Like, it's through the roof. I think that Paolo Banchero, if he knocks a lot of that, I don't think he's going to knock all of it because he's still young. But if he knocks a lot of that fat out of his game, he will be a top 10 player in the NBA. Pushing it. Top 12, top 10. We've seen him average 29 on the Cavaliers. We've seen him average dang near 30 on the Celtics this season. The season prior to what we just watched. He's just that good. It's just his efficiency. Right? That's just what it is. I tell people on live all the time, Paolo Banchero needs to add more to his game. And I know the Magic is not good. And I know he can get to the rim 7 times per game in a weak offense that has no spacing. But to improve as a basketball player, to up his ranks, because I know a lot of y'all are probably saying, whoa, why is Paolo so low on your list? Because Paolo, I feel like he's still so raw. Like, he needs to add some hook shots to his game. He's one of the worst mid-range shooters in the NBA. He's one of the worst mid-range shooters in the NBA. When he puts this back to the basket, he relies on the fadeaway way too much. He's 6'10". I don't know how much he weighs, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 240 pounds. People call him Baby Braun. So Paolo Banchero needs to add some hook shots to his game to make him more efficient in that area. I mean, if he adds that, then his efficiency will go up, right? Because he's going to make the game easier for him. Use that size to get wherever he wants on the floor. And then you add the pull-up three-point shooting, right? He pulls, right? He has the handle. He has the skill to do it. If he gets hook shots, kind of like Cade Cunningham. You know Cade Cunningham? He uses his size when he's backing up guards because he's 6'6", 6'7", and he's bigger than you. So he's going to back you down. He's not going to fade away. That's the shot you want him to take. He's going to back you down, take a hook shot, take an easy layup. Paolo needs to use his strength more. He needs to get smarter, right? And I know the offense with the Magic, it has no creativity. So if you watch the Magic, like I did, a lot of it, you know that all they do is run pick and roll, and the defender's going to hedge against Paolo because he's going to go head straight to the goal. There's not, and the play ends there. Him and Franz take turns doing that. So adding Desmond Bane hopefully will unlock him more because he might be able to play off the ball more. He's going to have more spacing. Maybe that brings more creativity. They play faster because they were a super slow-paced team. And maybe the others get better. Maybe Anthony Black improves as a three-point shooter. Maybe Franz Wagner improves as a three-point shooter. But Paolo Banchero needs to up his efficiency. And his defense is horrendous. I wish I can get in my mic and yell right now. Because people think he's a 6... Just because Paolo is 6'10". Cut up the highlights. Look at me right quick. Paolo Banchero is not a good defender. It's just... He's not. People think he's 6'10" and automatically think he's good. No. Paolo needs to be a better defender. He needs to up his efficiency, offensive consistency, and he'll be a top 12 player in the NBA. Like I said, he's getting to the rim 7 times per game in a weak offense and no spacing. He's still before his injury was averaging 29 points per game. Like, he averaged around 24 points per game in an offense, again, with no spacing. So, Paolo, he shows tons of flashes where he's just dominant, where you just cannot stop him. He elevates in the playoffs. His playmaking and passing. A wise man once said, "Why trust your teammates if they can't shoot?" So maybe him getting Desmond Bane will allow him to become better in that area. But I mean, his strength, his size, his handle, his skill, man, Paolo is just so raw right now. And as he continues to add bits and pieces to his game every summer, he's going to be a top 10 player, no doubt in my mind, in the next 2 to 3 years. But that concludes the end of this video. That's 2019 and 18, right, for the top 20 players. Like I said, I'm going to be dropping at least 2 to 3 times in a week. So we'll get to that number 1 spot really, really soon. It won't be a long time. I promise you. It won't be that long. But it's Jalen Williams, Kyrie Irving, and Paolo Banchero. Comment down below who you think is going to be the next 3.